Good morning, mimosa friends. How are you all going? This week we've had a lovely week. We've had low 20s, beautiful sunny days, no wind, been able to get out and do some gardening, and I'm going to show you what I've been up to in a minute. But today the weather's turned. It's now Easter break, so the kids are all on school holidays, and it's Easter Friday, Good Friday. It's freezing cold, it's blowing a gale, it's about to rain very heavily, and we have the fire on like you've seen, so I'll show you that too. Alright, so let's have a look what I've been up to in the garden. If you remember in my last video, I'd started cleaning up the fairy garden. I was pruning and things like that, so we're going to have a wander around, show you that, see how you go, see what you think, and then I'll show you what else I've been up to. Alright, so hopefully the wind's not too devastating on the sound. So I've been planting into the gaps where I've been pulling bushes out that were finished, that sort of stuff. So just into here, I've put a little yellow salvia, which I think is very pretty. I'll show you that. Little lemon salvia. Planted that in there, that should get nice and cover the area. I've also planted a shrimp plant in here, get a bit of protection under the gum trees. I've got seedlings coming up here. Yeah, honesty, I've got a little salvia in there. I've got bits and pieces that I've cleaned up. And in here, this spot here, which is a little bit bare, I've planted daffs. So a whole heap of daffodil bulbs. And some spring star bulbs. So I'm looking to get some more lower colour there, and I'll probably plant some other bits and pieces in there as well as we get through winter and spring and see what happens. So that bit's done. Right, then I've been doing, as you walk down the garden path coming off the steps from the deck there, I've done this bit here. So I've gone through here and I've cleaned up the whole of the fairy garden. Right, pulled back, cut back all the feverfew, deadheaded all that. I've got some salvias in here. I pulled out a big lavender that was here. It was the Avonlea lavender, but it got hit by the wind in spring and it split it up the middle. And so I went and got some other little bits and pieces, because I'm going to keep this area a little bit low, because the lavender did grow across the path. As you can see, it's not the widest of paths. So I've planted this gorgeous little carnation here, or dianthus. Hopefully that'll spread. And I've got a little coreopsis in some autumn colours there. There's a little pink salvia out at the back there, pale pink salvia. And there's lilac in the salvia, some feverfew, a rose. Loving this geranium. This is one of the hardy geraniums. That one is called Sidonis. And we've got another hardy geranium just here. And we've got the ruby aster in flower, looking glorious. And he'll get cut down later in the season as we come out of winter or go into winter. All right, also on this side of the path, pulled out all the cosmos. They were finished, cleaned up a bit. Going to have a go at propagating some more bits and pieces. So there's a little salvia there that I'm going to propagate. Guiam. I'm going to have a go at doing some divisions, and I'm going to find something to put in here. This is kind of a wet spot. There's this variegated lavender here. So as I've been going through the garden and doing things, pruning, like that buddleia at the back there, pruned it in half, taking cuttings, going into the shade house, putting the cuttings in, and pruned that spirea back there, cleaning up. Had to spray some blackberries. It's the only way here we can get rid of them. Here they are here. If you cut them up or you prune them, they just regenerate. So you've got to leave them but spray the whole plant. So it's starting to look a bit wilty now. And it's not just glyphosate, it's heavy duty chemical stuff. I hate using it, but you know, sometimes you've just got to, because they're a noxious weed here, and if the council finds out they're there, they'll fine you and those sorts of things. So these shrubs are looking nice. More work needs to be done though. So I just take my time and I work my way around the garden. This garden hasn't been done yet. As you can see, the buddleia is still huge. There's some deadheading needed on the germander. There's a dead plant there. There's some cosmos that needs to come out. And because my garden is so large, I just do it a bit at a time. Alrighty. Okay. You can see the storm clouds are brewing there, and you can hear that wind. Wind is terrible. Alright. Some cosmos are still hanging in there in this garden bed. These are the ones that I seeded and planted really late. Oh, there's a nice surprise. There's a very small, late sunflower. Yeah. I put in 4 packets of sunflower seeds and I got like about 5 sunflowers come up. That's it. There's Vincent Van Gogh. Oh, he's a very gorgeous, gorgeous rose. Look at that. Coming on nicely. The sedum Autumn Joy has now changed colours again. It's got a real golden tinge to it there now. That's just its deadheads. Would look lovely in a bouquet. Salvia's still going strong there. Anyway, yeah, so we had a bit of rain after all that sunny weather. So we had a bit of rain overnight last night, and we're expecting more over all of the Easter holiday. So today I've got the nursery open. I've had customers come out even though other shops are closed, which is lovely. Some of my regulars have been coming out. And tomorrow morning I will head off downtown, load up the truck, go down to the hardware shop with a load of plants and see how that goes. I think that people like to spend their Easter 4-day break doing some home renovations and things, so maybe they'll come to the hardware shop. Check out, I've got a rose there too, red one. Check out that variegated buddleia. Let's get some cuttings of that. Oh, it's just glorious. Beautiful. It's really coming into its own, so I need to get that cuttings of that. All right. We'll just scoot past the nursery. We'll scoot past and we'll go in, have a look where I've put some cuttings in from the fairy garden. I'll just show you what I've been doing there. Oh, the wind's got everything today. So we've got some Uriops there, cuttings being placed in. That's Pittosporum. I noticed though something very exciting. My fig cuttings have green on them, which is very exciting. See there, green. That one's got green. The one behind it's got green. Yeah. I read somewhere that you really did have to wait to see how they go. Put some of the variegated lavender in. I put some more Grosso lavender for when I set up my farm, my lavender patch. There's some hebes there I've potted up. They came out of the sand beds. What else have I done? I've got anemones and ranunculus I'm sprouting in those trays. Oh, they'll just be in here just to get a head start, get a bit of growth, get a bit of root, and then I'll plant them out into those patches that we saw where I put the daffs. So that's anemones too. All right. Oh, here's the next patch. So I've done some white rock rose, some blueberries, and that was the lavender there that I pulled the bush out of. I thought I'll just have a go at striking some just to replace it if I want to replace it as a young plant. And yeah, that's what I've been doing out here. So things are looking fantastic out here in the shade house. That's salvia pumpkin coming on very nicely. More salvias. All right, so I had a bit of a clean up in here yesterday, and I've been potting up tube stock, and I'll show you that. So here's the tube stock that I need to get potted up. For example, here's one of the lemon salvias. It's even flowering. Really desperately in need of being potted up. So I'll get those potted up. I'll probably keep working on that today. There's a few. There's another one there. There's a little gaura. The pink gaura's in flower. Got some potato vine. Got some what's that? Elaeagnus. So the silverberry tree. And so some blue rug juniper there. Some bits and pieces that I'll get potted up. They're in really tightly in the tubes. Really need potting up. And I'll show you the ones that I have already done today. Strawberries are coming on. Right. Now these are all natives that I've potted up today. So Pennistanum alopercuroides. What's that you say? That's the foxtail grass. It's a native grass of Australia and Asia. Lovely. Lovely grass. So we potted that up today. Callistemon there, some wattles, some Westringia, more callistemons and things. Just potted them up into the 6-inch pots. Pandorea, which is a native, Australian native flowering vine, evergreen, gorgeous thing. We've done that too. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. So I've been really busy, and I've got more to do, so I'll get some more. I'll show you what I've got ready for taking down to the hardware shop, because I always just put them aside and count up my numbers. So this is the stock that I'm taking down to the hardware shop for tomorrow. I've got a mix of stuff. I'm finding that people are asking for herbs, they're asking for fruit trees. I don't do fruit trees, but I'm going to have a go, so I'm going to get some cuttings of olives and things that I can do easily. They're loving the salvias, they're liking the native trees, more buddleias. So there's a few bits and pieces in there. The silver one there is an Eremophilus, so an emu bush, gorgeous native of Australia. Yeah, got some wormwood there, and just the lady who was just here, she bought a couple of wormwoods that I had down in the nursery as well, so that's good. I just do my advertising on Facebook, Instagram. That's it. So that's all the stuff that's hardening off, ready to go. Got some verbenas there that I've just potted up, and they're looking lovely already. Look at those. They look nice. They've gone straight into bigger pots and just look so healthy. So I've got to look after them, give them time to settle into their pots, and then they too can go down onto the nursery beds for sale. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that brief look around, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy your Easter break, and best of luck to you. Bye.